Hello my wonderful family, welcome back to another edition of Joy's Style of Cooking. Today we are going to make Ghana pie papebi. Not only it is delicious, it is soft inside and flaky outside. Yes, so if you are interested, go grab your chocolate drink and malt and let's dig into this recipe. You are going to love it, I promise you. So stay tuned and don't forget to like this video. To begin with, this is how I measure my flour. I level it out to ensure that I get the right measurement for this recipe. In a bowl, I have 3.5 cups of flour. I'll add 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of nutmeg, and a pinch of salt. Not too much salt because the batter contains salt. That is if you are using salted butter. In a cup, I have 1 tablespoon of yogurt and milk. Now, this is optional. I'll go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of sweet Adjeley all-purpose seasoning for that onion flavor. Please ensure that you combine everything beautifully. Now, I'll move on to cut my cold butter. You could also use margarine. I have 2 sticks of butter and 1/4 of shortening. And I'll add my cold butter to my flour. And I'll be using a pastry mixer. You could also use your fingertips. Make sure you don't use your palm because our palm generates heat quickly. So yeah, mix it up. I will continue to break down the butter with my pastry tool. And then I'll switch to my fingertips, not my palm. If you're new here, this is a cooking channel. We share delicious recipes, we do DIYs, and we create new recipes. So keep mixing it, and then when it crumbles like that, you go ahead and add cold water or milk. In a cup, I have a tablespoon of yogurt and about 4 to 5 tablespoons of milk. So add your cold water or milk gradually till you form a ball. And then I'll divide it into 2, put it in a plastic wrap and set it in the fridge for 30 to an hour. Yes. And if you happen to be here for the first time, my name is Joyce. Take a moment and look around, like and subscribe to this amazing channel. Now let's move on to prepare our fillings. On a medium heat, I'll add 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. Oh no, I think I pour more than I should. And this is my chopped onions with spring onions. I'll give it a stir and I'll be cooking this for 2 to 3 minutes. And this is very fast, so keep watching. You could use any oil of your choice, and I have 1 cup of sweet peas, chopped carrot, and I'll be adding it to the mixture. So this is my carrots, and I'll be adding a little bit of sweet Adjeley all-purpose. I'm so addicted, I can't stop using it. I live for this. I'll add a little bit of chili pepper. Yes. And then this is my corned beef chunks. I'll add corned beef. You could use fish or any protein of your choice. I'll combine it. This doesn't take long, about 5 to 7 minutes, and you are done. So I added a heap teaspoon of cornstarch. You could add flour too. Mix it with water. That way your pie filling doesn't dry out. Now let's go ahead and prepare our pie crust. Our dough is out from the fridge. I'll put 1 back. Now make sure you always put your dough back in the fridge. That is if you have 2 portions. That way it will be easier for you to work with. I'll go ahead and divide into my desirable size that I want. And then I'll sprinkle some flour on my work surface, so that it will be easier for me to roll and spread this delicious pie crust or pie dough. Yes. And I'll be using this bowl as a cutter. You could use a lid, a nice lid, or you could have a pie mold. Nowadays there are so many things that you can use to mold this pie. So here we go. We make a nice circle. Yes. Now I'll go ahead and use my rolling pin to spread it out to make it lighter and bigger, and use my kitchen tool to scrape it off. That is if you want your crust to be thin. And I'll go ahead and add a tablespoon of corned beef filling. Yes, we use corned beef, and fold it and use my index finger to press on it. And this, you could also use a fork. You could make it in a different shape. Just get creative and wait for this. So I'll repeat the process till everything is done. So the second one, I use the fork. Yes, just like so. So beautifully, and then you put it in your baking sheet, and my baking sheet I line it with parchment paper. This is my last dough, and I really don't want to do too much to it, so I got this creation from Exhibiting Mommy's recipe. So wait for this shape. I saw this on her channel, so please check her out, and you will love this shape. So I add my fillings, and I'm going to roll, and you just watch, because I know most of you have seen it. And roll it, and make sure you make it look pretty, you know. And this one, I'm going to give it to one of my nieces. Her name is Sewenam. I'm pretty sure she will love this. And yeah, so we are all done. And I have my egg wash. I'm gonna brush it on it nice and beautiful. And then I'm gonna make poke some holes on it. That way when you put it in the oven, it can still breathe. Now let's go and put it in the oven for 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and voila, it's ready. And are you ready to see what's inside? I bet you do. And to my returning subscribers, you guys are amazing. If you are new here, thank you for subscribing. Now the moment of truth is here. Just look at that. Bam! So 30 to 35 minutes depending on your oven. And you know how we do it. Let's go and serve it like a boss. Yes, because you are the CEO in the kitchen. So when you finish, make sure it is looking pretty and inviting. So this is it. We started with 8, and look at what we have. We have some chilled malt. You could pair it with cold chocolate, especially with this weather. Very chilling. Cheers. And yes, this is what we do. This is Ghana meat pie. Yes, papebi, where a papebi. I eat it for breakfast. I can eat it for lunch, dinner. It's a snack. But man, whenever I make this, my children run for it. So this is how I make my meat pie. If you follow this recipe, you will not be disappointed. I'll leave everything in the description box. I hope you like it. I hope you are going to give this recipe a try. And if you like this video, I'm pretty sure you will like these showing on your screen. So please do where to check it out. Thank you for watching. My wonderful people, we have come to the end of the video. And as always, be joyful, be well, keep cooking, keep creating. I'll see you in my next upload. Bye.